Greetings and salutations. I am your pastor of positivity, George Allen West. Today is Monday, February 16th, and I appreciate you joining me for another episode of Push-Ups, Sit-Ups, and plenty of juice. Rocking the Element this morning, grapefruit flavor, one of my favorites for sure. And you might be wondering why I'm wearing these goggles. Well, let me tell you, we've been doing some work around the Iron Asylum, and as you can see back there, if you look at yesterday's video, that area was pink, now it's black because we've put up a ceiling over the insulation, and so that's what we've been working on this morning. Getting that all set up. We've still got to do this half here of the gym, but back here we're pretty much done. There's a little section I'm gonna have to probably buy something and cut it up to make it fit just right, but ultimately we've made some great progress with the ceiling. You know, if you've been watching this channel since the debut back in October, you've seen a lot of changes down here at the Iron Asylum. Obviously we used to have the squat rack back there with the pull-up bar and everything else. We have the dumbbell rack. All of that is gone. That's currently in storage. I will get into the whys behind that in another video, but right now what I want to talk about is gratitude, because I am feeling so grateful for today. Why? A couple of reasons. I went into my analytics this morning, and first thing I noticed was we got another new subscriber last night. So we are up to 64 subscribers on the YouTube channel, this Cherish Your Life channel. And so I am so grateful, thankful for that. When we launched back in October, the channel had already been around as a wrestling channel since 2014, and I think I had about 7 subscribers. And so to jump up to 64 since October, and since we've changed the channel from a wrestling channel to Cherish Your Life, we've got push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice like you're watching right now. We've also got some unboxing videos. Yesterday, we posted the Dreo space heater video. The installation of that got posted yesterday, so definitely go check that out if you're interested. And we've got other videos to come. Again, the sermons will be coming, so we're very excited to have those come up as well. And yeah, a lot of great things happening on the channel. So to be at 64 subscribers now from 7 back in October is a huge jump, and I am so thankful, and all of that is because of you. So really, I am thankful for you. Really appreciate, checking in, checking out the videos, and subscribing to the channel. Let's get better together. Let's blow up this channel, because when I blow up, you blow up too. I promise that. The other thing that I am thankful for, and again, to talk about blowing up, got a comment this morning from Fit by Maya. I had done her video recently, one of her videos recently, and she commented on it, and I thought that was just so cool. I'm honestly not terribly familiar with her channel. She randomly popped up. I decided to do the video. I enjoyed it. I'm going to do another one, like DJ Khaled says, right? Another one. So yeah, I'm gonna do another one of her videos at some point, but not today, because today what we've got on tap is the Beginner Animal Movement Conditioning 10-minute video. It's by Strength Side Follow-Alongs. It's from 4 months ago. It has 67,000 views, and it's the video I had done in the negative episode 5, which will be up by the time that you're watching this. That video will have already been up for a few days. So while I was uploading that video, I was like, you know what? This looked like it was a pretty good workout. I want to do it again. So that's what we've got on tap for today. But before we get into our workout flow, you know what we do on this flow, boy. We show, boy. And we don't have any electronics to throw around, so we'll throw around goggles. We don't even have to mat down, but that's okay. Let's see what we are looking like and working with today. Throw that there. And yeah, let's relax a bit. It's so cold, like my abs can't help but flex. My whole body is flexing right now just because of how cold it is. And we've had the heater on for a bit, so I'm not sure why it's so cold down here, but come on, relax. There we go. So that's the relaxed look. Obviously still lab lines, a lot of definition coming through. The eating has been getting so much better, so that's why you can see more definition now. So that's pretty great. Let's see where we're at on the scale. I don't remember what I weighed in at yesterday, but I believe it was around 160. Might have been 160.6 if I recall. And today we are at 159.0. So, all right, we'll take it. Again, no major body goals right now. We're just trying to be as healthy as we possibly can. And within that, what happens with the body happens. We do have body goals for later on in the year, and we'll get more into that when we're ready to get into that. But for now, we're just doing what we got to do. But I am so freaking cold. I need to do some kind of movement, and in this case, I guess I will do some beginner animal movements. So with that being said, nothing to it but to do it. I will see y'all over at the mat.
Modern fitness is all about burning calories and muscle hypertrophy. Somewhere along the way, we lost the art of building a full-functioning, resilient body. You may have made your way over from ancient animal conditioning or duck walks video. If so, do us a favor, subscribe to this channel as it is actually different. And if you haven't seen this video, it will give you some context to why these movements are so powerful. Let us begin with a quick warm-up. First, we'll do finger push-ups. From hands and knees, press through your fingers and lift your palm. Feel how your knuckles are a hinge and you can create strength through them. As you feel stronger here, put more and more weight into your hands to increase the intensity. Animal movements strengthen the heck out of your wrists, but you gotta do a little prehab to make sure you're strong enough to start. Next up, let's move into bear squat. From hands and knees, we rock the hips back towards the heels. Just like the knuckle joint, feel your big toes extend as you rock the hips back, and then feel if you can press through the toes to actually push your knees forward. I absolutely love this movement. It's so simple, yet I think it can fix so much in your lower body. Now, if you feel strong enough, you can move into the single leg variation. But keep in mind, this took me a while to work up towards. But one of our goals with this routine is to get the full duck walk, and this movement really helps prep your knees and your feet to get there. All right, and we'll end the warm-up with a few seconds in our downward dog. What's cool about animal movements is there's no perfect form. All I want you to do is look at the screen and emulate what I'm doing. I recommend having a space where you can take about 10 steps forward and back for each movement. This first round, we're gonna move through slow, and then the second round, we'll go a lot quicker. Let's start with the basic cat crawl. Make sure that you're moving your opposite limbs together. Feel stable and strong, yet at the same time, let your shoulders and spine be loose. After you've hit about 10 steps, reverse the motion, crawling backwards. This can be a little bit tricky in the beginning, but over time, you'll figure it out. Now, as you'll see here, with this first round, between each animal movement, I want you to just walk down and back. Shake out your muscles, use this as your quick rest, and then let's get ready to go for the next one. Our next movement is frog, and this will allow you to work on your low squat mobility. Reach your hands in front of you, take the weight into the shoulders, and then place the feet back next to your hands. We're looking for a strong push from your hands and shoulders. This one will really strengthen your wrists. We also want to feel more and more comfortable in that deep squat position. This is definitely moving mobility. Now we'll reverse the frog, and this can be challenging. I start by showing you the hard way, which is reaching the hands behind your feet. But the easiest way is just to put your hands right next to your toes. Take weight into the shoulders and lift your hips backwards. All right, great work. Let's take our shakeout walk. One of the reasons why I replaced warm-ups with these animal conditioning walks is because of how you're feeling right now. Your whole body has to activate to do these movements. It's really become a no-brainer for me because of the strength and mobility components. Now we move to bear walk, which is great for hamstring flexibility. This is the same pattern as the cat crawl, but we keep our hips lifted high. You'll notice that I naturally shift my chest backwards with each step. This is to prioritize the stretch, squeezing my chest and my thighs together. And let's go ahead and reverse the motion back. I think pushing the ground away backwards like this is so good for your serratus anterior muscle, which is key for shoulder health. And I think bear walks will fix anybody's stiff posterior chain. Your calves will loosen, your feet, your hamstrings, your glutes. Trust me, you gotta spend some time with this one. So we'll move on to our next movement, which is the monkey. And I want to show right here, even if you don't have a deep squat, you can still do these movements. You can start with the hips higher. But monkey and frog are fantastic ways to work on your deep squat mobility through movement. This one is just like the frog, only we're traveling sideways. And I think that this twist and reach is so good for stretching your torso. You can also create some pretty insane wrist and shoulder pushing strength. Sometimes when I'm really pushing myself with these movements, I'll do a handstand with each hop. This version is definitely not for beginners, but drop a comment below if you want to see me do a more advanced routine. Walk it out, shake it out. We're 4 minutes in. You should be feeling very warmed up and invigorated by now. Now we're gonna move on to what I think is a sleeper movement, and that's the crab walk. Reaching the arms behind you is something that we just don't do much, and this will keep your chest nice and open. I actually took these out of my routine because I thought they were too easy for a while, but then I was training some people, and they had very stiff wrists and shoulders and couldn't do this at all. I realized that maybe the reason why I'm maintaining so much mobility in my body is because I'm doing stuff like this, so I added them right back into my routine. Great work, walk it out. This next movement I've been doing a lot more recently, since I was researching and making this video. The horse stance is just an insanely powerful position, and I've really been enjoying walking from it. So knees out, chest up, sink the hips down. We'll slowly walk forward, trying to maintain our hip level. If you are able to keep your hips nice and low, you'll really feel your hip and inner thigh working with each step. It's also like the half duck walk as well. Your legs just have to work and use so much more strength when we bend them just a little bit. And honestly, my backwards walk still needs some work, but we're getting there. All right, awesome work, y'all. So our last movement is the duck walk, and this is generally the most challenging one because we have to fully flex the knee. But I think that learning a form of the duck walk at any age is possible and will have profound effects on your lower body. So we're gonna start with the beginner version, which is the duck lunge. Essentially, we're doing a walking lunge, but keeping the feet close together. This forces our knees to bend fully. And I actually really like these for anyone, because you get to work out of pushing out of that bottom full bent position and raising the hips. You don't do this in a full duck walk because your hips stay down low. Now, if this is feeling too much for your knees, right here, I'm gonna show you the half duck walk. We do a little half squat and we travel forward. Pretty much anyone can do this variation. But our goal by the end of this, if your knees and feet are prepared for it, is to be doing full duck walks. So we're gonna get there in the coming rounds. All right, awesome work, y'all. So that was round one, and that just takes 6 minutes. You could quite literally be getting so many of the animal movement benefits if you just popped this on for 6 minutes, did this with me before every time that you exercise. Now, I've also mentioned that I use this for heart conditioning, and it's exactly what we're gonna do in this round. No breaks. We're gonna move through all of those movements a lot quicker. The idea is that we're kind of doing a hybrid between strength endurance, cardio, mobility work. This will build a fully functioning body. So let's cat crawl it down and back. All right, excellent work. Now we're gonna move into our frog hops. Don't be scared to really reach your hands on this one. Get a little bit longer. All right, nice work. I almost wanted to walk right there, and then I realized, nope, we're conditioning. So let's move on to bear walk. All right, awesome work, y'all. Our next movement is monkey. And on this round, feel free to reach the hands forward and really travel with that monkey. All right, how you doing? You getting tired yet? Let's move straight into crab walk. right, good work. Now we'll move straight into horse walks. This is kind of a challenging one to go quicker on, but we can try to speed up the pace a little bit. All right, nice work, y'all. So this last one, we're gonna go duck walk. Now, if you're feeling good enough for it, you can challenge yourself to stay nice and low and start to push that front knee a little bit more forward. I really love this one. It makes me feel like a gorilla so much. Now there is a version of the duck walk where you travel backwards. If that's something that you wanna work on your own time, I would suggest it, though it is very challenging. All right, awesome work, y'all. So that is 9 full minutes of animal conditioning. So good for your body. I hope that you're feeling as good as I am right now. Now, if you made it over here from how duck walks change your lower body, we're gonna do my favorite duck walk variation for this last minute. We're gonna start with our basic cat crawl. We're then gonna hop the feet forward, almost like the monkey. Weight to the feet, chest comes up, duck walk. And because we'll only take around 2 steps in the duck walk, try to make them nice and long. See, the duck walk becomes so powerful once we start pushing that front knee forward and getting a big stretch through that back hip. So let's do this one more time. Try to get it nice and smooth. Cat, monkey, duck. Alright guys, this is so much fun. Thank you for joining me. I'd love to hear how your experience was with this routine. Drop me a comment below and let me know. If you're feeling super warmed up and you want to work on your hip mobility, I suggest doing this horse stance routine right here. See you in the next one, as always.
Alright, that was a good one. Shout out to Strength Side Follow-Alongs. It's one of my favorite channels, and for a reason. That right there, we hit the holy trinity of a fit body, you know? Strength, definitely. Mobility, for sure. Cardio, vascular, and respiratory, check, check. So yeah, holy trinity of a fit body, all taken care of right there. So very, very happy to have done that. I believe that's the first time I've done it since October. And the phone's ringing. That's okay. We will deal with what we got to deal with as we deal with it. And yeah, first time doing that, I believe, since October. And I'm curious to really watch it back, see how I did in October, see how I did now. Because yeah, I forgot just how good that was and how good that felt. And something I definitely want to be incorporating more often into what I do. Well, with that being said, appreciate y'all joining me for another episode of Push-Ups, Sit-Ups, and Plenty of Juice. This has been, I am your Pastor of Positivity, George Allen West, reminding you to cherish your life.